welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cece, and today's video is going to be about five black romance movies that I do not consider black romance, and we're going to talk about each one and why I do not consider them black romance and why they was just not giving love. It was not giving love. Okay, it was not giving love. And if you wonder why my hair is like this, why one puff is up and some hair is down, you're like, oh my god, what's wrong with this girl? What is wrong with this child? I'm gonna show y'all my inspo. If y'all can guess my inspo, I know something. If y'all can guess my inspo, who my inspo is, then yo, this is my inspo. We both serving face though. I know he's serving face, but I'm serving face. Anyway, we're about to get into the video. I keep looking over here, girl. The camera is right here. Like, okay, so the first movie we have is Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball never gave love, it gave toxicity. I do not like the way they portrayed each character in Love and Basketball. The main two characters did not give love. It was not love. I don't know what that was. That was not love. That was not love. And if you see me looking at my phone, I wrote down some notes why I think it's not love, because I have a bad memory. Anyway, I wrote down why I think it's not love. I said Quincy did not like the girl. He did not like that girl like that. He wasn't really into her like that. The way he drug her through the mud, the way they drug each other through the mud, trying to figure out what they gonna do with their life. Like, it was not giving very much we in love, romance, basketball. She cared more about basketball than she cared about what he got going on, and he cared more about other things than what she had going on. Like, low-key, it was just like, it was all over the place and stuff. It was just too much. I said they were better off friends. I really believe they were better off friends, because clearly they couldn't get it together. They were way better off as friends. So when they even, in the beginning of the movie, it showed he was beating her up. He was knocking her down. Like, in the beginning of the movie, he was knocking her down. Like, it just never gave love. It always gave like friendship, like we twinning. Like, that's what it gave. And then they both played basketball. Two basketball players is not gonna, I don't know. Like, I just really don't think that's gonna work. Me personally, if you do the same thing, I just don't think y'all gonna butt heads somewhere. I mean, if you make it work, that's y'all. That's not everybody though. And I also said at the end, she did have to prove her love by playing basketball. If he really liked you, why you had to play basketball to even get him to know that, oh, I'm gonna win your heart by playing basketball? Okay. Yeah, no. Also, she did that before his wedding too. Like, yo, that's crazy. Like, she was like, I love you, before this man got married. Like, that's something that you don't do that before somebody get married. Girl, what? They was just kind of all over the place. It was just like really all over the place. Like, Love and Basketball is just a whole other topic. Like, it's just a lot of things they did wrong and they just couldn't get it together. And then when they were in college, he decided to enter himself into a draft without even telling her he's entering in the draft, and then he ended up breaking up with her. So now she's heartbroken, and now he just, don't care, and he went off to a whole nother, I think he went off to a whole nother country. He went play basketball overseas somewhere. He really low-key did not like the girl to even care enough to even consult her that he's going somewhere other than the United States. Like, he did not care. That man did not care. Y'all cannot convince me that Quincy cared, because he didn't. Man didn't care about that girl. Okay, so the next movie I got is Poetic Justice. I have Like, I do not like Poetic Justice. When I seen Poetic Justice, I'm thinking that when I go into this movie and I watch it, I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be straight love. Like, oh my God, it's gonna represent Black love, because that's what I was told. Y'all lied to me. Why did you lie? You are liars. I do not like liars, and y'all lied to me. I looked on, like, I'm Googling, because, like, I was in my love girl era. Like, oh my God, I'm romanticizing my life. Like, I looked up Black love movies, and Poetic Justice was about one of the top 10 movies. No, it was like in the top 5, probably the top 2, top 3. It was one of the top 3 movies that was representing of love. I do not consider that a love movie. I consider it as a traumatizing movie that is very traumatizing, very, you know, a lot of things went in that was like very traumatizing. It's just a lot of trauma that they show that's in the Black community. A lot of trauma that just is very traumatizing. Okay, one thing that I did not like about the movie was they were toxic. They were very toxic. Also, they use freaking disrespectful language against men and women. The words they were saying towards each other was crazy. The way Lucky and freaking Justice was talking to each other was insane. They were calling each other B's and H's. Like, they were not, like, that's what y'all call love when somebody call y'all that? Y'all need to rethink y'all thought pattern, because clearly it's not wired right. When somebody call you that, like, that's insane. You're insane. But when I call you that, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. So it showed violence in the movie, domestic abuse in the movie. I really did not think that was a correct way to show that somebody love you. Because when they got, like, when they stopped the man at the little water thing, little beach or whatever, they stopped it at the beach, and then the friend got out and they was arguing. She was arguing with her boyfriend, and then she was like saying some crazy stuff, and he was saying some crazy stuff, and then she was like, that's why I am sleeping with somebody else. And then he just paused for a minute and he knocked the wind out that girl.
Shut your
insane. I'm thinking, like, what? This is not, like, y'all call this love? Like, this whole movie is not love. Plus, why, like, this girl not even, like, Justice wasn't, I don't even think she was really interested in love or anything, because her boyfriend died. Her boyfriend ended up getting unalived by gun violence. Like, Poetic Justice is a traumatizing movie. It's not anything to do with love. It's about trauma and trying to relate, because they both had, like, Lucky and Justice had both trauma experience, so they were trauma bonding. That was not love. That was not romance. That was trauma bonding. They were trauma bonding. That's what most of y'all be doing. Don't hurt me if I was your mama. The next one is Just Right. If you've seen the movie Just Right, the one that Queen Latifah played in and Common played in, it's about a woman. She is a physical therapist and the athlete. She, like, do physical therapy and athlete, basketball players, football players. Like, she was one of those that traveled and do stuff like that. And like, when you have a injury or something, she come in and, like, help you recover. She was one of those. Well, they put this in the love category. And this is my problem with this one. I actually like that movie, but this is my problem within the movie, though. All right? That they were based it on love. I don't know. I just feel like this was not classified as a love movie. Anyway, this is what's wrong with it. I said Lisa, which is Queen Latifah in the movie. Lisa was the last option. She was the last option. This girl was the last option. She literally was the last option. Like, no, like, that man was not checking for her, for real. He was not, like, she was really the second option. And her friend, which is named Morgan, her friend was named Morgan. So it was Morgan and Lisa. They both were roommates, because I don't know, something, I forget what happened to her living situation, but they both lived together at the time. So Lisa and Morgan end up going to this, I think it was a party. Lisa ended up talking to the basketball player first, which name is Scott. His name is Scott. So she ended up talking to him first, and that's when Morgan come in and she tried to play all, you know, itsy, airheaded, like, oh, I gotta go, I got things to do, blah blah blah. which is, you know, a way to get his attention, because she knew that man was looking like, she literally butted into that lady conversation. That man literally went from Lisa to Morgan. Lisa didn't exist anymore. He wasn't even paying attention to Lisa. He wasn't even paying attention in the first place. When Morgan stepped in, he was more on Morgan than on Lisa. So Lisa, which is Latita, and Morgan, which is her friend. I don't know who played Morgan. I forgot the name of the actor that played Morgan, but yeah, she didn't exist anymore. And Morgan is more like a pink girl. She's more like a sideline girl. Like, if you know what I'm getting at, she's more like a sideline girl. Go like a scout. She's more like a scout when going out there. So you know how that worked. The only reason they got together was because he seen her as a mother figure. Because when he messed up his ankle, Morgan ended up leaving because she didn't want to deal with somebody that had a freaking career that was almost like she couldn't see that during career in the nearby future with a darn broken knee. So she decided to break off the freaking engagement, leave, and then end up leaving Lisa there to take care of him because she just took the job. Since she already, you know, knew who he was, already met him, she decided to take the job and try to help him recover. When she ended up helping him recover and he ended up getting better, ended up playing and ended up getting out there, blah blah blah, they didn't already established a relationship and everything. He get back out there. Now Morgan want to come back. When Morgan came back, oh, now we just forgot about Lisa. Lisa was always the second option. Lisa's always gonna be the second option. Lisa was always the second option. The only way they ended up together was because she was a mother figure to him. And she ended up, you know, she was the second option. Like some of y'all. Don't argue with me, argue with your mama. Why did I get married? Now, this is, which one is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth one. Why did I get married? Now, why did I get married was a freaking disaster. Why did I marry? Have multiple problems in it, multiple things going on, and why did I get married? Now, let's get into it. Why did they get married? Because they had freaking problems. All of them was on the brink of divorce. Here we go. Diana and Terry. Diana and Terry, that's the one that's played by Tyler Perry and that other actor. I don't know her name. They didn't have a balanced work life. That's why they was on the brink of divorce. Like, I wouldn't say on the path to divorce, but they had problems. That's why they did not work out, because they didn't have a balanced work life. Angela and Marcus, I feel like Angela and Marcus was the most unproblematic couple in the whole group of couples. They were the most unproblematic ones there. Whatever they had going on, they could have fixed it. They did fix it, but you know, they had the most unproblematic problems that could be fixed. Marcus, they argued a lot because Marcus, you know, Marcus was kind of a cheater. Like, Marcus low-key was a cheater though. Like, he was sneaky. He was a cheater. Like, don't let Marcus fool you. Marcus was a cheater. He was a pro football at first though. A pro football player? Come on now, bro. You cannot tell me Marcus was not a cheater. That's why Angela was on him. Plus, he had baby mama problems and stuff. He wasn't stepping down to his baby mama. Like, he wasn't stepping like, oh, don't come over here, you know, just send a child, you know, just like low-key. Like, it was just a lot of boundaries that the baby mama was overstepping. And he wasn't trying to, you know, man up and freaking fix whatever was going on. Sheila and Mike. Sheila and Mike was... Now, this is the main problem in the whole movie. Sheila and Mike, the whole situation was just freaking, like, I know she had trauma after what the heck he did to her. So, if you don't know who Sheila and Mike is a heavyset lady, and she's with this man, Mike, this bald-head man, Mike, this bald-head, unfaithful snake Mike. Yeah, Mike. I still got beef with you, because why would you do that to her? Anyway, Sheila before they end up flying out to wherever they're going, I think he make her take the freaking, like, she couldn't get on the plane. He made her take the darn, like, car or whatever to hike up a freaking mountain, and I think the car ended up stopping, and she had to hike the rest of the way, where she ended up meeting her blessing at the top of the mountain. But come to find out, when she get back to the house, her man is sleeping with her best friend. Clutch my pearls, because girl, what? I would have flipped that whole table on top of Mike's bald head. That's insane. It was just a lot of stuff, but she ended up making her blessing, and her snake friend was just a snake. Like, shit just seemed like she didn't do nothing. Insane. Like, I don't get it. You need to watch some of your friends, cause they ain't your friend. Okay, now this is the last movie I wanted. Hold on, wait, I skipped one. Patricia, oh Lord, Patricia and Gavin, I skipped one. Patricia and Gavin, they were both grieving over the passing of their son. So they had, like, I feel like they the ones had the most untalked about problem in the whole movie. They had a son that passed because she did not buckle him up in the seatbelt properly, and I think it must have been a car wreck or something. I really didn't understand that, like, timeline or that storyline, because I really wasn't focused on much. I was more focused on the others and what they had going on, because, you know, it, like, I was young watching it, and I was still, like, not understanding what was going on in the movie. But from my understanding, Patricia and Mike had a son that passed. I think it was a son. Yeah, it was a son. I think, yeah, a son, but child or whatever passed away, and she did not buckle him up in the seatbelt properly. So not only do she, you know, she's not forgiving herself for, like, buckling him up in the seatbelt, she's also not forgiving herself. Like, her husband not forgiving her. Like, he's just, like, in, like, they just in purity, trauma, and doubt. Like, they're just having a grief session, and they're not talking about it. And the crazy part about all of this is, Patricia is a psychologist. You would think a psychologist is helping you and they have trauma there herself, child. She was a psychologist the whole time. And they needed help. They needed psychology. They needed, to reverse what the heck they were going through. They needed something. They needed some therapy immediately. And as a psychologist, she should have known they needed therapy to get over what they were doing. And if they did, I believe they did have a therapist. I don't know. I think they did. But it ended up leading down to, like, they were the ones that I felt like was literally standing right on the path to divorce. The way they were moving, it was insane. That storyline was insane, because they the ones with the like, they didn't, like, many people did not talk about the passing of their son, because everybody thinking, oh, her life is perfect, her life, like, she got a book coming out, she had a book, you know, 5-star book, 5-star rating, and nobody was talking about the passing of her son. They just think her freaking life is all peaches and cream. She up there drinking freaking mimosas in the darn mountain somewhere. I don't freaking know, drinking hot cocoa. Like, they had a passing son, and and everybody just thinking her life is peaches and cream. Okay. Yeah. I just think it was just a problem. I don't know. It really caused her to go crazy. For real though, it really did. Like, I don't know. It really did. She just blamed herself, and he blamed her, and they was just all mixed up. Okay, the next movie I have is A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. This is the last movie. This is the 5th one, so let's get into A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. I don't care what nobody say, but Darnell, he had this coming, and he put this on himself. He literally chased after the problem. He was the problem. He literally was the problem, and he caused whatever happened in the movie to happen to him. So if you ever watch Love and A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, you know that Darnell, which is played by Lord child, what is his name? Martin Lawrence, which is played by Martin Lawrence. He is a man that is basically, aka he's a player, bro. I don't care what nobody say. He's a player. He's a player that is running after women, running wild. He's just a player running at the woman, at the woman, at the woman, at the woman, at the woman. And low-key, the friend that he had at the house, low-key liked him, I think. Like, they really didn't dive much into her story. I think she really did like him, or he was, like, pursuing her, but he was too busy chasing after other women. I don't know what they had going on, freaking situationship. But yeah, Darnell was a player. He was jumping from woman to woman. And Brandy, when Brandy came into the picture, he pursued Brandy. Brandy never pursued him. Brandy Brandy wasn't even checking for him. Matter of fact, Brandy wasn't even looking to like she wasn't looking for that man. He was checking for her. And then come to find out, when Brandy actually did, was liking him, she was like really giving it to his storyline, really giving it to everything this man, like, oh, he really liked me, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, it really became like she was falling in love with this man because he was spilling all these lies and love bombing her. She fell in love with him, and he ended up doing everything. After he got finished love bombing her and he dumped her, now she going crazy. Now Darnell is in a victim mode. Now he's in victim mode. Now everything that's happening to him, he want to play the victim, like he didn't do this to himself. Even his mama told him, do not be playing in these women's face, because they will come back. Like, it will come back on you. Like she said it's a thin line between love and hate. This man up here like, oh, I don't want to hear all that. I don't got time for that. Like, I'm going to do what I do because I'm a player and this is what I do. He didn't want to hear all that because I guess this is his first time dealing with somebody that's crazy. This woman messed his car up in the front of the police station. Tell me that's not crazy. Girl, that's insane. Like, she really messed his car up in the front of the police station. Like, she was like, wow. But yeah, he tried to play the victim. I really think all those movies, like I said, this is the last movie I want to talk about. All those movies were not love-based. I really don't think none of them were love-based. Of course, the last two was not love-based. They were both basically teaching people that don't play with people's feelings. And the Why Did I Get Married was also showing that married couples have problems too. But the other movies were not love-based, and they are all located under Black love. So it's really saying that Black love have struggle. Like, we all get the struggle love. I'm going to come back with a second video showing y'all some good love, some Black love romance that I think really represent Black love. So y'all girls, y'all boys can have some, real good Black love representation in here, instead of getting this struggle love, because, like, who wants that? Nobody want that. Like, nobody wants that, because y'all, whatever y'all see is going to manifest into reality. If you keep seeing struggle love everywhere, you're going to obviously pursue struggle love without, like, you're just going to pursue it without thinking about it. Like, because that's what you see all the time. You see somebody beating on somebody all the time, you're going to think that's normal. If you see somebody cussing all the time and hear them cussing all the time, you're going to think that's normal. And you're going to go out and do it. That's why representation in our community is very important. In any community, it doesn't matter, in any community is very important, but especially in the Black community, it is very important to have representation. Representation is very important. I want everybody to be represented in their own community, but since I'm Black, since I, represent a Black community, I want to see Black people be successful, because we have the most problems. Black women, Black men, Black young boys, Black young girls have the most problem with the source of love. Love is very, talked about, but it's not very shown in the community like that, because it's just not. Because we see all this struggle, we see all this gang banging, we see all this like, oh, you a B this, you a H this, you a N, like, I don't like you, I don't love you. But low-key is all bad, and I think love should be represented in a more positive way, and not this struggle of like, oh, I gotta struggle before I get to the prize. That's insane to me. Why everybody have a easy path to love. Okay, but yeah, guys, that's just the video I wanted to do today. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me and watching this video throughout, because I love you guys so much. And hearts for all you guys. I hope you guys find your love of your life, and I hope you guys have much positivity as possible. Remember, do not be watching these movies that's showing struggle. If you see some type of form of struggle, cut it off. We ain't watching that. That's negativity. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel because you can see me more, because I surface every time. I surface. Well, I'm G hairstyle. I surface. Okay guys, see you in the next video. Bye.